Don't break the ant's trail, little kitty. Because what seems like a simple cue could become the reason for the ant's demise.
Really? How?
To understand this strange phenomenon, let us learn about the life and death cycle of ants. Zoom in. The first stage of an ant's life begins underground within a colony, where the queen ant lays thousands of tiny oval-shaped eggs. After 7 to 14 days, these eggs enter the second stage and hatch into larvae, resembling legless, worm-like creatures. As these larvae are the future of the colony, worker ants are tasked with caring for them. They clean the larvae and feed them a rich diet, including regurgitated food to ensure their healthy growth. This feeding phase is crucial as it provides the energy necessary for the larvae's bodies to mature and produce liquid protein substances that solidify upon contact with air, forming the silk threads. The larvae carefully weave these threads around themselves, creating sturdy and protective cocoons and transforming into pupae, the third stage of their life cycle. Inside these protective shells, a fascinating metamorphosis takes place as the larvae's bodies are restructured to develop adult features such as eyes, wings, antennae and legs that are folded against their bodies. After 6 to 10 weeks of transformation, adult ants emerge from their cocoons, ready to take on various roles within the colony. Most become worker ants dedicated to foraging, caring for the young, and defending the nest. Some develop into males and queens, destined for reproductive roles to ensure the colony's growth and survival. These colonies are highly organized and function with remarkable efficiency due to their complex social structure and sophisticated communication. But how do ants talk to each other? To do so, ants use chemical signals called pheromones to convey information about food sources, dangers, and other important aspects of colony life. For example, when a foraging ant discovers a food source, it takes a small amount of the food and while returning to the nest, lays down a pheromone trail along the route back. Other ants detect this pheromone using their antennae and follow the trail, which is why we see them walking in a straight line. However, as the other ants also release the chemical along the way, if one ant loses the main trail due to an obstacle and forms a crossway, other ants may follow the path breaker, creating a continuous loop called an ant mill. As more ants join the procession, the loop becomes tighter and more defined, resembling a spiral or circular formation. This circle is commonly known as a death spiral because the ants might eventually die of exhaustion, highlighting a side effect of the self-organizing structure of ant colonies. So, we must never break the ants' queue walking in a straight line. But if you see them caught in a loop, use a stick or similar object to create a gap in the trail to allow the ants to disperse and find their way back to the colony. At the same time, ensure your own safety and contact local pest control professionals or entomologists for guidance on how to handle the situation. Why? Because some ants can bite pretty badly. It's a topic we have already covered, so do check it out.
Trivia time!
Did you know an ant mill was first described in 1921 by William Beebe, who observed a mill 1,200 feet in circumference? Yes, it took each ant 2.5 hours to make one revolution.
It's sketching time!
Today's sketch of the day goes to Divyansh signing. Hope you learned something new today. Until next time, it's me, Dr. Binocs, zooming out. What are you doing, Kitty?
Building a straight highway for ants.
Never mind.